In this video, we're going to start to break down the poses for our Karate Fighter. Okay, so here we are back into Maya, and this is a shot that we patiently created, and this is just the first blocking pass. Obviously, we won't need the storyboard at the moment because we just use it for our first step. From now on, we need the video reference, which is going to be our best friend. So just to precise, I'm using the DT_fight shot that I previously created, but you can even be free to use the anime_fight. It doesn't really make any difference because it's gonna be the same layout anyway. You obviously create your own one, whichever one suits for your purpose. So in this shot, I've animated the camera because I've tried to get the most of the actions that is going to performing within the shot. So just go in play. I'm gonna show you what I mean. So the characters preparing to fight. The first attack from karate, response from capoeira, contact, flying kick, backflip, and get ready to fight again. So going through the animation, we go that this first shot where the characters are getting ready. So we focus on the capoeira fighter first and what the karate fighter is doing. So carrying on, we can see the karate fighter is getting ready to attack, and the capoeira is defending himself, try to respond, and this is the contact where you can see exactly what's happening. So the second response from the karate fighter, and the second from the capoeira fighter, and then the karate fighter after. So this is the backflip from the karate fighter, and they go back to the guarding pose, ready to fight again in this kind of take. So this is obviously free to you to decide whichever one you want to use to get the best of the shot. I just created this one so far. This is just as a is initial state, so it's not gonna be the final shoot. Okay, so going back into our shelf and into our layout, the first thing we have to do, we have to make sure that the camera is not gonna move like that. Okay, so going back to our camera, we press this little camera here, and we jump back into the camera we are actually using. So we select all the parameters from the channel box, and we go to channels and we choose lock selected. So in this case, we won't be able by mistake to move our camera that we already animated. So going back to our layout, we focus onto our perspective, go back to frame 1, and since we have to only work with the karate fighter, what I'm going to do is just select all the capoeira controllers and add it to selected object with the right mouse click onto the layer and press onto add selected object. So everything is going to be within this layer. I'm just going to hide it. So now we don't really need to worry about anything else because all the timing that we've set up in the first pass. So now we're gonna focus on the breakdowns on every single character singularly. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna check our reference. The video reference is gonna be our best friend to set up our breakdowns, and we as far as we remember, we got our first frame from 1 to 29. So from 1 to 29, we have to see what's going on. And we can see that on frame 29, we have this pose. And from 1, we have this other pose. So we have to find a kind of evolving of the action. So we go to, on frame 12, we can see that the karate started to get ready. So we're going to set up this kind of pose now. So on frame 12, we get the controllers and we start to pose our karate. So we rotate the torso and we rotate this torso here, and just to be precise, I'm gonna zero out everything in this pose, and I'm gonna put it down like that. I'm gonna slightly bend the forearms, because that's the preparation of the action for the karate. So okay, so try to check again. We can see that the arms get this angle, so I'm gonna grab this arm and try to let it match as much as I can. So with the wrist down and this arm as well. Okay, so we put this arm down a little bit more, and I think we're gonna slightly straighten. Okay, so perfect. So I think I'm gonna straighten the back a little bit more, and this back as well, and I'm just gonna see what's going on here. So we go back and we can see that this leg is starting to lift up. So I'm just gonna select the controller, and I'm going to rotate and bend it. So okay, and then bam, starting onto the action. So we can see here, bam. Okay, so this we can make it more perfect if we want, and actually we do want to make it perfect. So we keep improving this pose now, and I think we want it a little bit more up. So using our word axis now, so I'm just gonna select this controller. Going to our word axis, we lift up like this. So perfect. And I think we need to put this pose a little bit more down and something more here, facing more the character, like a really angry karate fighter. Perfect. Okay, so just to make sure, I'm just going to frame my pose. Perfect. So now we jump into the other pose, and we're gonna do this into our next lesson.